A couple of years ago, I had 2 mornings when I was out photographing birds in the exact same location. Same camera, same lens, very similar lighting conditions, even the same species of bird. But the photos were completely different. The first morning, I felt rushed. I was chasing shots, firing the shutter constantly, checking the back of my screen every few seconds. But the second morning, I slowed down. I sat quietly and patiently. I spent more time watching the birds before I even lifted the camera. And the difference between the images was pretty dramatic. Not because of gear, not because of the light, but because something much more subtle. My emotional state. Have you ever experienced anything like this? Have you ever noticed the difference in your emotional state when this happens? Because once you understand how your internal state affects your photography, it changes the way you approach every moment in the field.
But you're stronger than you know. You'll never be alone when everything feels dark.
Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Jeff. This is a place for photographers who want to become better and create images that are both compelling and meaningful. We talk about everything on this channel, from camera techniques to editing workflows to fieldcraft, animal behavior, and the deeper ideas behind what makes wildlife photography truly powerful. If you're passionate about wildlife and want to keep improving your photography, then you're in the right place. Most photography advice focuses on things like camera settings and autofocusing systems, sharpness, in editing software, and of course, all of those things truly matter. But there's a factor influencing your photos that almost no one talks about: your mental and emotional state while you're shooting. Because wildlife photography isn't just about operating a camera, it's about seeing subtle behaviors, seeing patterns in movement, seeing moments before they happen. And your ability to see those things changes dramatically depending on your state of mind. Step outside the world of wildlife photography for just a moment. How do you feel when you get a great night's sleep? You tend to feel more happy. Your brain thinks faster and better. But what about when you have a terrible night's sleep? Not uncommon for the next day for you to feel irritable, feel like your patience is wearing thin with everything. I think this is something we can all relate to, and it's easy to see how our state of mind impacts our mood and our ability to mentally process things. Think about what happens when you're feeling rushed out in the field. Maybe you're worried about missing a certain shot. Maybe a bird just landed and you start to panic a little. So you immediately raise the camera and you start firing away, click after click of the shutter. But in that moment, you're reacting instead of observing. You didn't notice the direction of the bird as it was about to move. You didn't notice a better background just a few feet to the left. You didn't notice that the bird was about to stretch its wings. So you captured a photo, but you missed the moment. Now compare that to a completely different mindset. Instead of immediately shooting, you pause. You slow down and watch. You notice the bird shifting its weight. You notice the direction it's looking. You see the subtle signs that something is about to happen. And suddenly you're not reacting anymore. You're anticipating. That is where powerful wildlife photographs start to happen. Because the best images usually begin a few seconds before or after the obvious moment. But you only notice those moments when you're fully present. There's another really interesting aspect to all of this. Wildlife is incredibly sensitive to movement and tension. Animals are constantly evaluating their environment for threats. Fast movements, nervous energy, staring, constant repositioning. Animals pick up on that immediately. You've probably even seen this with pets such as dogs. They have a sense about people. They can feel positive and negative vibes coming from people without that person even saying a word. Animals are very in tune with our rhythms. But when a photographer is calm and patient and deliberate with their movements, something really interesting happens. Wildlife becomes more comfortable. The animal doesn't flee the area immediately. Moments last longer. Behavior unfolds more naturally. And suddenly, you're not just photographing an animal. You're witnessing a story. If you watch truly experienced wildlife photographers in the field, you will notice something very unique. They don't rush. They don't constantly fire the shutter. They spend a surprising amount of time just watching, studying behavior, observing patterns, letting the scene develop, because they understand something that beginners often overlook. Wildlife photography is less about capturing moments and more about recognizing them. So how do you actually apply this? Well, here are a few simple habits that can completely change your results. First, spend a few minutes observing before you take a single photo. Just watch the animal. Second, ask yourself one simple question. What is the animal about to do? Not what is it doing right now? Third, slow your shooting down. Just because your memory card can store 6,000 images, it doesn't mean you need to take 6,000 images. Wait for the moments that tell a story. Be deliberate in your approach. Shoot with more intention. Your camera records what's in front of it, but the photographer decides what they notice. And what you notice is deeply influenced, whether you realize it or not, by your state of mind. So if you ever find yourself frustrated in the field or missing moments, or you feel like you're forcing photos that just aren't working, and hey, we've all been there, sometimes the most important adjustment isn't on your camera, it's inside of you. Because the best wildlife photographs often begin with something very simple: patience and presence, and the willingness to truly observe what's in the world around you. If you're looking for a powerful photo editor, I highly recommend you check out DxO Photolab 9. It's the software that I personally use and trust for all of my editing, especially because of its industry-leading noise reduction and their AI masking tools that make editing faster, more precise, and more consistent. If you'd like to try it for yourself, use the link in the description, and if you decide you want to purchase it, use my code MAGNOLIA at the time of checkout to save 15% off. You can also download the free 30-day trial and test everything out firsthand with absolutely no restrictions. And if you want to really learn how to get the most out of Photolab, check out my DxO Photolab 9 Masterclass at magnoliaphotography.sc.com/store. In that course, I walk you through everything from uploading files into Photolab to the AI masking tools to getting your images out of Photolab for print or even sharing online. This course includes a lot of freebies too, including my preset collection for wildlife, portraits, nature, and landscapes. Hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I deeply appreciate it. But before you head out, you might want to check out this next video right here.